a friend of mine, following the video that I posted yesterday, showing you how to create that 1 minute scalping strategy that was posted on Dolphin Trader. I think the blog is Dolphin Trader. When you finish this video, you can go ahead and watch that video. How to turn your forex trading strategy, whatever strategy that you have, not whatever. Let's say most of the trading strategies that you have, as long as they are mechanical, likely include indicators or some mechanical rules, not discretionary rules. How you can turn those into automated trading systems, forex EAs, forex robots, trading software, trading systems, whatever people call them. So he actually asked me if there is a way, because I showed you how to set the buy conditions, sell conditions, close the buys, close sell options, everything. But despite my advice, if you know me, you probably know that I hate trading synthetic indices such as boom and crash on the lower time frames. This is 1 hour time frame, but there are people who like to trade them on the lower time frames, 1 minute time frame. This is what they look like on the 1 minute time frame. This is actually crash. So you get these spikes going down because it's crash 1000. Then when it's boom 1000, you actually get these spikes going up. But then you also get these tiny retracement candles, whatever. So that's how he loves to trade these synthetic indices. I think it's too risky. If you want to trade these synthetic indices, at least go to higher time frames. But anyway, so he was asking me, so he has an idea of turning that scalping strategy that we did yesterday, that we turned into a robot yesterday, into a robot that probably only trade these retracement candles, these smaller ones, or maybe the spikes, but he's mainly focused on trading these smaller retracement candles. So is there a way to do it? So basically, if you're going to be trading crash, then you are going to need to instruct the robot to only buy these small candles, and you are not going to put in the sell conditions, because you can't buy and sell if you are going to be trading this thing on the lower time frames, because you are going to be caught up in these spikes. And what going to happen, usually what happens with these robots is these spikes are so fast. I don't know if a spike will happen there, but these spikes are so fast that the robots are not going to be able to react. So if you are going to sell, if you are going to have a robot that is selling on crash on a lower time frame like M5 or M1, it's going to be impossible, because it's going to open the sell trade here. That's where it's going to open the sell trade. Where's my those rulers? Where's those graphical tools? Okay, maybe something like that. So I'm saying, if you have a robot that's selling crash and you are trading lower time frames, the problem is when this spike happens, it's actually going to open a sell there, and lo and behold, prices go this way. So it's a bad idea. So probably the best bet would be what? To only have a robot that only buys, that only trades these smaller candles. The same thing with boom 1000. It's just opposite. You have the robot that trades these these smaller candles will be going this way, because boom spikes are going up. So if we go back to this tool that we used yesterday, this free EA builder, no coding skills required. Basically, what you are just going to need is to set in your values. Let's maybe say period one, because we don't want the moving average to take too long. So maybe period one for the first moving average, shift obviously zero, or you can decide what you want to do, and obviously EMA, because we want the first, then price we use close again, shift is going to be zero. So this is our buy condition, because this will then probably trade crash. This will only probably trade what? Crash. We are only looking to buy these small candles. We are only looking to buy these small candles. That's what we are going to do. It's not a guaranteed that it's going to work 100%, because sometimes you actually might get caught up in what? In these situations. That's why I always advise people against trading these lower time frames on synthetic indices, but people like to do it anyway. So this is how you then set about going automating that strategy. If it's moving averages, then the second moving average will probably say, maybe we give it a 3, 1 versus 3. I'm just putting guesswork there. And again, EMA price close shift 0. Now we've put in a buy condition. Now we are going to skip the sell condition. We are not going to put anything. To close the buy, we are not going to put anything. We are going to use what? Because we are not waiting for the moving averages to close again, or you might want to do it. If it doesn't reach your TP, you might want to do it, but again, it's risky when trading synthetic indices on lower time frames. So what we just did here, you just do the opposite. When we are closing the buy, we are just going to put in the same values, and we're just going to what? To turn the arrow the other side. But since we are not adding anything here for this example, no worries about that. Then we are going to skip this part, and we're going to come to this part. We are going to put in our magic number. Important that your robot has a magic number, so that it understands the trades that it placed, so that it doesn't get confused on the chart. Then lot sizing, obviously you probably are going to use 0.2. If it's boom and crash, it's usually 0.2. Stop loss, you are then going to find out the stop loss in terms of points, or if you want, you might actually leave it as a 0. But importantly, on take profit, what people usually do on take profit, let me zoom in a bit so that you can see. What people usually do is, where's my tools? What people usually do is to try and just catch 3 candles and they are out. That's what people usually do when they are trying to what? To trade these retracement candles. What they usually do is to just want to try and catch these 3 candles, they're out. They don't care about anything else that's going to come afterwards. So that's probably what you're going to want to do as well. So in terms of values, let's see. Where is my tools? I want tools to measure. Okay, anyway, forget about it. I know usually all the values that people have. The values that people usually have for this is usually 20,000 points. 20,000 points. That's what people usually put in. Trailing stop, I wouldn't really very much worry about it, because crash and boom, when they spike, they don't care about your stop losses. So that's why I did not bother to think about a stop loss there. Usually these spikes, they don't respect stop losses. These spikes, they don't respect stop losses. So why bother with the stop loss? It's not going to be respected anyway. So what you are going to want to focus on is where to get out, which is about 20,000 points, or you can make it 15, or you can actually make it 15, or you can actually make it 10, depending on your appetite, or you can actually just want to trade one candle. Safest bet, you want to trade just one candle, just this one candle, and you then measure how many average points do you have on this one candle. It's up to you. So then instead of 15 or 20, you come down to 10 or even to 8, whatever rocks your boat. Then after that, what you are going to do is then come here, and you are then going to change the name of the robot and name it whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to call it, what do I call it? A random thing. A random thing. Let me call it Timber. Timber. The Timber robot. The Timber robot, which trades what? Crash 1000. That's the name for our robot, and we are going to what? To generate our, sorry, I should have named it after generating our code first. So we are going to name it Timber again, Timber Crash 1000. Then we are simply going to what? To save this robot. So if you actually go through with the code, we can actually take this and put it in our MT5 and see if it's actually going to only trade what? This retracement candles. But you can actually check in the code. I'm just going to quickly look for the part where it's actually going to be trading, and then you can actually see how it's going to trade. Okay, so this is the part where we actually, this is the trade instructions, and you can see where it says here is your buy rule, our open buy rule. Here is your buy rule. So you can actually go into the code and actually change some elements on the meta editor, and we only have a buy rule, and we only have what? Conditions for closing that trade. That's it. You don't have a sell rule. So the robot is now only going to what? To buy these candles, and hopefully is what? Going to close our trades at, where did we set our TP? I think we set it at 10,000 or something like that. Let me see if I can see our TP. Thing is, I can't see all the way to the bottom of this screen, so I cannot scroll from the bottom. Where is our take profit? Okay, no worries. It's probably somewhere, but let's go to options. 8,000. We set it at 8,000. So we set it at 8,000. So that's basically how you actually do this, how you can actually set a robot to trade in only one direction. If you learned one or two things in this video, or maybe I just entertained you for the past few minutes, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. If you are looking to download free robots, indicators, books, systems and stuff like that, there are links in the description box below visit those links and see if you cannot find what you are looking for. Otherwise, I'll check you in the next video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Until next time, bye.